CBT News, the voice of the retail automotive industry.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to CBT News. I'm Bridget Fitzpatrick. Thanks so much for joining us today. While the auto industry continues its climb back to pre-pandemic levels, auto manufacturers continue to lag behind due to a labor shortage. Car makers continue to struggle with employee absenteeism due to COVID-19. Emily Lauder, Vice President of the Administration at the Toyota plant in Mississippi, told NPR that Toyota has hired over 200 additional team members to support the loss of employees due to quarantine absenteeism. In late August, the plant confirmed nearly 100 positive cases of the virus among employees working at the plant. Based on data collected by Orbital Insight, activity at U.S. auto plants continues to stall, with only 9.4% of weekly foot traffic as of August 16th. While car makers struggle with a labor shortage, dealers are also struggling with a shortage of auto technicians for their service departments. The lack of technicians is creating longer wait times for customers as service departments operate understaffed. Mike Anderson, owner of Anderson Auto Group in Nebraska, is one of the many dealers struggling with this. In trying to make sense of the shortage, he told a local ABC News affiliate out of Lincoln, quote, "I think it's because we're seeing less and less interest from kids starting off at a young age to want to be a technician." General Motors is at odds with an Iowa dealership group over Chevys and Cadillacs being sold in the same showroom as Jeeps and Rams. Auto Group of Decorah recently combined its Chevy-Cadillac dealership with its Chrysler-Dodge-Jeep-Ram dealership into one facility to reduce overhead. GM stated their displeasure with the dual showroom by requesting a preliminary injunction from a federal judge. However, that request was denied as Car Auto claimed a 2010 Iowa state law that allowed dealers to make the decision of dueling franchises instead of leaving the decisions to the automakers. Ford Motor Company is hoping that the new Ford Ranger Tremor will help the company dominate the growing midsize truck market. The Ford Ranger is undergoing a complete revitalization as it returned to the market last year. The all-new 2021 Ranger Tremor off-road package is set to enhance the look and feel of the truck to help position itself to compete directly with the Toyota Tacoma, the GMC Canyon, and the Chevy Colorado. Coming up next on CBT News, we talk with President of Sonic Automotive, Mr. Jeff Dyke.
This segment brought to you by Elan Solutions. This is CBT News, the voice of the retail automotive industry.
Though inventory numbers remain low, dealers are still selling new cars at a solid pace. This has many dealers asking, what can I expect in the coming months? Well, Jeff Dyke, president of Sonic Automotive, joined us to lend some perspective on what dealers can expect from new car sales and inventory in the months ahead. Check it out.
What does it look like on what's it look like on the landscape for new cars? Obviously, dealers are suffering from low inventory levels right now. And I spoke to one dealer this morning. He said, Labor Day, I completely sold out. I don't have a new car in my entire inventory. It's going to be a used car play until new cars start rolling in. Talk to us about the situation with Sonic and their new cars.
Yeah, so the new car inventory is tight everywhere, and that's no different for us.
Right.
But the business has been improving every month. And so seasonality is not going to play a big role this year because we'll sell more cars, new cars in September than we did in August and July and June, right? It's just ramping up. And that has a lot to do with more inventory coming back.
Right.
But I would tell you that the manufacturers are going to do a great job now. They're not going to bring inventory levels back to the high levels that you've seen in the past.
Okay.
They're a lot smarter because the margins are so much better.
Right.
Supply and demand is going to be managed a whole lot better.
Okay.
So an example of that, it's the Sonic franchise stores in September will sell 8,500 to 9,000 new cars, somewhere in that ballpark. In years past, we'd have 20,000+ new cars on the ground. We have 12,000 new cars on the ground right now.
Oh my gosh.
And so we're going to do the kind of the same level of volume, maybe 500, 600 cars less from a year-over-year basis. We might even get to last year's number in September, but on half the inventory.
Right.
And so we're now applying the great inventory skill sets that we have on our pre-owned side, applying that on the new car side. So we'll have less floor plan expense, higher margins, and better throughput, better efficiencies. The manufacturers are learning that today better than ever before. So I don't see the inventory levels coming back, in a massive way, in particular over the next couple of quarters, but I do see it slowly improving as we move forward.
You can catch the rest of that conversation with Jeff as he talks about recent business moves with Sonic and pacing vehicle sales during a pandemic right here at cbtnews.com. Are you a member of the CBT News family yet? Well, sign up today so you never miss a second of our extensive coverage of the retail automotive industry and, of course, valuable training tools to help page. Also, be sure to check out our auto market data, including the updated SAR, real-time inventory numbers, and much more at the CBT News Market Center, powered by LotLinks. Well, that's all we have time for today, but be sure to check out more stories and full-length interviews right here at cbtnews.com. And follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Bridget Fitzpatrick. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Thanks for watching CBT News, the voice of the retail automotive industry. This is CBT News, the voice of the retail automotive industry.